So very important in assignment is traveling salesman problem, because traveling salesman is different from normal Hungarian assignment. In that we are assigning wherever we want, but here we have to assign particularly, because a person taking his luggage or some delivery from one place to another place. So consider in this 5 deliveries, 5 places are there. He has to leave from one place and he has to reach to the other place. When he is starting from one place, he should not go for any other places. He should not go for any other place repeatedly. He has to go from one place to another place only one time. He has to go from one place to another place only one time, and next he has to go for second, third place, third to fourth, fourth to fifth, fifth to back to one. So like this, traveling should be done by that person. So A to 1 is not possible, B to 2 is not possible, C to 3 you cannot assign, D to D you cannot assign, E to E you cannot assign, because when A starts it should not end with A only. When A starts it should not end with B only. Like that, it should not assigned for A to 1, B to 2, C to 3, D to 4 and E to 5. This is not possible here. In this traveling salesman problem, there is procedure, you just go through that procedure. Now I'll explain the problem. Right. In the problem only what they will give, infinity is nothing but restriction, you can say it as. You cannot assign for A to 1, B to 2, C to 3, D to 4 or E to 5. You cannot assign for these values. Because of that they have given, just neglect this. Here once again the same procedure, 2, 5, 7, 1 is there, 1 is minimum, so we'll get 1, 4, 6, 0. Right. Next here 2 is minimum, 2 will be subtracted from all other elements except this. Here 4 is the minimum, 4 will be subtracted from all other elements except this. So we'll get this, that is row minimization, we are calling this matrix. Next column wise 0 is there, 0 is there, here 1 is there, 1 we have to subtract, 0 is there, 0, only this has been changed in the column minimization. Now we have to draw the number of lines so that all the zeros should be covered. Now we have to draw number of lines so that all the zeros should be covered. So n equal to n will get, n is nothing but 5 into 5 matrix, capital N is called number of lines that we have to draw on matrix, so that minimum number of lines that cover all the zeros in that matrix. So n equal to n. When n equal to n, we have to assign. Now the same matrix will be transferred here and we have to write A1, A2 and on either side of the matrix. Now A1, we have to start from A1. In traveling salesman problem and other assignment problems are different. Traveling salesman, we have to start from A1 and come back to A1, because a person has to start delivering from A1 to A2, A2 to A3, A3 to A4, A4 to A5, A5 to back to A1. You can go for A1 to A4, A4 to you can come in all other places and come back to A1. So A1 to A5 he is going now. Only 1 0 is there, he has to assign for A1 to A5, right? A1 to A5 he has to assign. Then he has to come from A5 only. He has to come from A5 for assigning purpose. A1 he has assigned for A5. Now A5 to you can assign. A5 to cannot assign A1, because when you assign A1 to A5, A1 to A5 to A1, the traveling is over. Is it clear? There is no going back from once again A1 to A2 or A3 or A4. Because of that, A5 you cannot assign to A1. You can assign for A3. A3 is possible. You can assign, other than this, you can assign A3. After A3, go for A3. Assign for A4. It is possible. Then go for A4. You can assign for A2. It is possible. Then go for A2. You can assign for A1 only, because all the places have been reached. The only place which is left A2. From A2 he has to come for A1. So that A1 to A5, A5 to A3, A3 to A4, A4 to A2, A2 to A1. So that the person traveling to reach the delivery from one place to another place has reached all the place and he has came back to his Original place A1 to A5, A5 to A3, A4 to A2, and A2 to A1. So explanation is given, you just go through that explanation, so that the value that answer will get is 17 plus 4, 21. That is 4 is the penalty, that is extra kilometer he has traveled. That is nothing but, penalty is nothing but 4 kilometer extra he has traveled, and that is the penalty for traveling. So that is 21 kilometer total he has traveled. Next, one more example I explained here. The same procedure will be there. Row minimum, next column minimum, then we'll get this. Here number of lines you have to draw so that all the zeros should be covered. So n is equal to n. Now that matrix will be transferred here. Right. Now 1 to 2, only 1 0 is there. You can also assign alternative 1 to 3. No problem. That is alternative answer you will get. 1 to 2 if you assign, he has to go for 2. 2 to 3 if you assign, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6 you can assign. From 6 he has to come back to 1. That is very important. From 6 you cannot assign any other. It has to come for only 1 only. So we will get answer as 114, 13 as the penalty. 13 kilometer extra he has traveled. Next alternative 1 to 3. Here I have assigned 1 to 2. Here second alternative 1 to 3. We have to come for 3 only. 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to second, second to 1. So this is another alternative. 110 plus 9, 119. 9 is the penalty. So it more than this. 110 is there, 114 is there. So this is less. This is more than this. This can be considered as answer, which is least value will get. That allocation or that traveling is considered because we are reducing the minimum number of kilometers traveled by the salesman. So this is the answer, and you can solve some more problems are there. Thank you.